Watch the anime though.
What anime?
They got Demon Slayer dropping. They got Overlord season 4 dropping. Doctor Stone season 3 dropping. Hey, bro, a lot of stuff dropping. And Black Clover.
Okay. Oh, I need to get back on Black Clover. I fell off on all of my anime a long time ago. Like,
bro, I'll get you right, bro. We'll talk about it offline.
Yeah, I need to get back on that shit, bro. Like, I even wrote 5 seasons of an anime. It's disgusting. Actually, fun fact, both of y'all are in it.
This nigga gonna make. I already know where this nigga got me.
Now that I think about it, both of y'all are in it. That's crazy. That's wild. That's what I was gonna. What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show. Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey. Usually, I edit this stuff. I like that beginning. I thought that was good. I'm gonna just keep that on in there. We gotta start up with a little anime. It's upbeat, right? How y'all boys doing?
I'm making it. I'm living good. Just getting ready for football season. Just a week away. From starting.
Boy, it's about to be some lit Thursdays and Sundays and Mondays. Hey.
I'm ready for it. I need that life back.
Yes, sir.
It's a fun time when like the sports start back up. Like that's always a fun time. But like on a somber note, unfortunately, we got to do this. One of the legends, Bill Russell, he did just pass away. I even got a green cup. I got my Boston jersey on. Red Sox though, not Celtics. But it is unfortunate, man. Like I don't have him in my basketball all time top 10. Like I don't. I have him as a basketball
top
god.
20 at least. What you think?
No. I say basketball god because when I look at Bill Russell's stats, it's unfair. Like you don't put they don't have really like the blocks or steals like that. You don't see the overall impact. He didn't score as much as the Wilt Chamberlain, but he defended the hell out of the ball. He rebounded the hell out of the ball. He was a real leader. He was a coach. He's a Hall of Famer for a reason, and it's really unfortunate to see like him go. Mark, I wanted to start it off with you because you are a Celtics fan. Like, how did this impact you today?
Today, I mean, it impacted me on the grounds that, like, first off, as a black man, bro, like, what he brought to the sport, that man, he took the Jackie Robinson route. He sat there and he endured. He sat there and made sure that, like, his words, his impact, everything. So not only did he do it as a player, bro, he came back and did it as a manager, like that sort of thing. Like, as a coach, that sort of thing. And to be in that era, in that city, that's something tough, man. You got to have balls of steel. And he went and did it. And not only that, he retired and he still, like, think about, like, for me, I'll speak personally. Norfolk. I leave Norfolk. If I coach Norfolk, whatever, it didn't do nothing to me. Like, it treated me like shit. Think about it. Boston treated him like shit, bro. Like, and he still had the stones to say, I forgive you, Boston. I'm still here. He still mentored the players when he could, and he didn't have to do that. Not only that, like, just his impact as a African American, as a player, and just it's a hole that I don't think will be resolved by any in the Boston organization. But it's also a vacuum in the NBA, overall as well.
Agreed. I agree. Like, I appreciate you bringing up the fact that, he kind of, and one of my favorite moments is seeing him kind of flip the bird off, and I forget who it was specifically, but what you were describing, even just to the fan base, like, hey man, like, screw y'all, like, I'm still here, I'm still gonna do what I need to do, I'm still gonna help out with my organization. So I like that point. Seabass, as a sports fan, right? Not a Boston fan, as a sports fan, how did this impact you?
For me, it's like Bill Russell just is he's like the oldest player that I feel like everyone knows. Like he was the OG of everybody. Like you would see any star, any era after him, the Hakeems, Kareems, LeBrons, Kobe's, Michaels, Isaiah Thomas's, all of them. You say anything about Bill Russell, they all light up about him and they all respect him. And I saw a tweet that said he was like, so there was like the big, you know how in the All-Star, like all the older guys, like a lot would meet up. And I know the last one was like NBA 75. And they were talking about how when Bill Russell was like one of the last people that come in and everybody stood up.
Oh, yeah.
90s, whatever era they played in, they all stood up and respected that man. So for me, that was the main thing. We lost basically what I consider like the oldest, like the father of the NBA, honestly. That's how I really saw him, like the father, grandfather of the NBA. So to know that we won't see him at any like All-Star break, championship, playoffs at any time, it's gonna be rough because that man was funny, man. He was always funny. So yeah, bless him, man. And I know him and Wilt having a good time up there already.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like it's crazy. Like when I think of Bill Russell, I don't think 88, like close to 90. Like I don't think that at all because he's so
age at all. Yeah,
exactly. He's so energetic. It's just Bill Russell. Like that's just it. He's just
that
timeless,
father
like,
figure type of thing. Like you know what I mean?
Exactly. That was key that you said, Sebastian. I think that that hit the nail on the head. That either father figure or grandfather figure like that kind of embodies who he really was in the NBA and for sports fans. So I mean.
Yes.
He'll truly be missed, like you said, Mark. It's a vacuum in the NBA. Yeah, like I don't know who could fill that role. Like
really
that's something that comes over time. So I mean, it's unfortunate, but you know, we miss him, you know, and for the Celtics fans out there, for the sports fans out there, you know, this will be a time to mourn. So, but not one to be too down, right? Talking about baseball, trade deadlines. As y'all can see, I got my Red Sox jersey on. We the best team. I just wanted to throw that out there. We are the best team in the MLB. Don't pay attention to standings. Those are stupid. Like, just worry about the fact that I'm telling y'all, we're the best team. So, players like Juan Soto, players like Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani. So we might not get him no more. But like they should come to our squad. That's how I'm feeling. You know what I mean? Like I obviously I'm not the biggest MLB fan, but I'm learning. And I'm looking at some of these things like a OBS, and I see a Juan Soto, and he's pretty up there. Like he's pretty solid. Mark, I know you follow baseball a little bit more than myself and Seabass. What's your take on these two players? Like, are they worth these contracts, these 13, 14, 15-year contracts that they're seeking and possibly going to be given?
So, I want to go on the record. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm jealous because, like, I wish I was worth my weight in gold. God damn it! But for them. Yeah, it depends on their organization. Like, first off, like, man, I got my undergraduate degree in economics. So, like, your economics of your, you know what I mean? Like, your return on investment. If you feel like, first off, with Shohei Ohtani, honestly, I want my Yankees to get him. He can pitch. First off, we started the whole trend. We had Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth used to be a pitcher. Yeah. Ironically, he was pitching for Boston at first. You know what I'm saying? And then he became just a hitter. But to have a two-way player on your roster, that is something that is unique. That is something that draws crowds. So not only do you reap your return on investment with the crowd, you also get that, you know what I'm saying, with the power of his bat. With, you know what I'm saying, he throws a nasty splitter, actually. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I want my Yankees to get him, honestly. I mean, that would be the return of the Babe, in my opinion. Also, he's languishing in L.A. L.A. has so many other sports, so many other things that baseball gets overshadowed. Like, that's why you don't really, like, if you watch baseball and you like baseball, you know about Mike Trout. But if you don't give a fuck about baseball, do you really know about Mike Trout and the Angels?
Exactly.
Mike Trout is one of the best hitters in the MLB, but no one really knows about him because he plays for the Angels there.
Mhm.
So if he comes to the Yankees, I'm speaking in existence like what that boy LeVar Ball said. They come over, you know what I mean? They come over to the Yankees. No matter how many sports that New York has, they always have room for the Yankees. Why? Because the Yankees were there first, like for the most part.
Mhm.
I
And
want
the Knicks are trash.
Shohei Ohtani to be there because we have one of our banes is our pitching. We have Garrett Cole already.
Mhm.
We have Garrett Cole already, but we're having like little holes in our rotation. Somebody that can just pick up that fifth day slack, even if he goes 5 innings deep. But like he's getting
He's on his own.
Exactly. I mean, like, Shohei Ohtani in a Yankees jersey is gonna sell. He's already selling probably back in Japan, but if that's a Yankees jersey, that thing is a hot commodity.
He might be the highest selling jersey out, honestly.
That's what I'm saying.
Man,
And so
it
I
might be
think
all right. It might be all right.
he has a perfect fit there. Boston, not so much, because we already
I feel like that's
joked
very
about,
tough.
We joke
Very
about
tough.
how
What
Boston's
you
already a tough city for diversity. So I don't know. I think he should.
You just said it. Oh, stop it. He over here telling me before the show, oh yeah, like there's some location plans, blah blah blah. Boston might be a possibility.
I mean,
now
I'm
you
just
gonna
saying.
tell me that he shouldn't go to Boston? You over here.
I'm just saying.
That is the.
That's the case with Shohei Ohtani. For Juan Soto, honestly, if it was me, I would have took the deal. I mean, like, that's multi-generational money, but he bet on himself. So clearly he does not want to be there. He's unhappy with the organization. He does not want to be there.
He already got his ring.
I think landing spots for him could be, yes, the Yankees. We are always a landing spot. But I would say watch out for Miami. Being that, culture is something that, like, you can't teach. Like, bro, like, think about it. Like, I would feel most safe where like, I feel like I fit in. I wouldn't go to Maine and say, hey, man, I'm about to just set up shop here. So Juan Soto going to Miami, it's another day in paradise. Think about it. You got, in Miami, you got Dominicans, you got Cubans, stuff like that where you feel at home versus, Washington, D.C. So I would say watch out for Miami or Los Angeles. They are always a dark horse there.
Yeah.
Okay. Or the Red Sox. We out here. Seabass,
I don't think he's going there.
Seabass, what's your take on it? Like, do you feel, or do you have a specific landing spot for either player, or?
Honestly, just with baseball, I just think it's gonna go to the highest bidder, because when I saw Soto reject that contract like that, if I read it correctly, it was like the second most guaranteed money ever. So what I'm thinking is, we might see official reset of the baseball market, like how we see in the NFL every year. Because if you're turning out that much, I feel like a team, and he's a young dude, like he has a lot of time.
23.
Exactly. So I think the deal he signs, he goes to the right team, it might be the biggest contract ever. So if you see Soto get that, the Tatises and everybody else that's after him, they're going to start loading up similar type money. So we might see some contract fluctuation. That's what I've really been focusing on when I looked at these two moves.
I got a question there, though. So my question is, they had 15-year contract. Will we see when we see the reset of the market? Will we see a reset of the yearly contract? Because Tatis, they gave him 15 years, and we got to think about things.
Yeah.
We tend to think about things from a basketball or football perspective, where your longevity is a little bit different compared to baseball, where you got Tony Gwynn. Tony Gwynn was swinging the bat, 20 years later. Yep. How many people in basketball, the NBA, are still dribbling 20 years past? Football, 20 years. You know what I mean? So
it's much less wear and tear.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A little bit yes and a little bit of no. Will we see a shift based on the years in the market, or will it be something where it all tends to reset? Like, think about it. The QBs, for instance, QBs make a lot of money. You play 16 games versus the outfielder. Even if he gets hurt and goes on a 30-day DL, he still plays 132 games.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Is that something that we should consider or no? Or is it all equalized by the fact that they're all playing a game? You know, I don't know. That's just something that I think about from time to time.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Baseball is just so unique. Like, how they do everything is just so unique to everything else. So it's just always hard to tell the pattern with them.
True.
Yeah. I think it'll be interesting to focus on or to see where these two land. Just because you it's going to cause so much controversy. It's going to cause so much headlines. Like you say, if Shohei wants to go to New York, you know what I mean? All right,
New York, we here. We waiting for you.
Like, the baseball world is going to flip.
We need it anyway. We need pitching. Garrett Cole can't do it on his own.
Yeah, I would say even too, and again, I don't follow baseball the most, right? But someone to his caliber going to New York would, and I almost said A-Rod, but like it would be equivalent to like a Derek Jeter there for me if he stays there long term. Not to the fan favorite. I think you still love Derek Jeter more, but you get that caliber player on your squad. He has more impact potentially just because he can hit the ball and he can also like pitch it as well. So that's what I'm saying. Like I would have more of an impact to the team than Jeter. Both were impactful, but like just because of the positions he plays, I think he would be.
There,
and I think you get that type of similar
Jeter had was more. So I would say like culturally within the clubhouse, like that was the captain type of thing. With Shohei Ohtani, he comes like honestly, you just transform the winning. We need to win. Like at the end of the day, it's what have you done for me lately? And so if he can do that. Damn the culture, like, and this is one thing that baseball is slow to evolve on. Basketball understands it, football understands it. It's not like, hey, he wears his cap to the back. Who the fuck cares? Can he win? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? And so if Shohei Ohtani comes into New York of all places and he's winning, you don't give a fuck. Like they gonna invent stories why, like, hey, he don't want to talk to the media. Usually you're supposed to. New York gonna find a way why you don't have to talk to the media. Why? Because we're winning. Winning cures all ills.
Okay, that's fair. I'm actually glad that you mentioned that point too. You say winning cures all ills.
Unless
Kyler Murray. I don't know how much winning he's been doing. Right, like he's won, but he hasn't won.
He kind of been looking
like playoff wise. What's your expectations for Kyler Murray? Because he just got the contract where he has to study for 4 hours.
They took it out his contract this week.
Yeah,
they took it out. Okay.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was in there, like that's kind of wild to me. Because if I'm a professional player, I'm studying film. Like I have to. That's how you get better. Like if we did intramurals, I'm not studying film. Like this, I'm doing this for fun. Like we didn't hold no practices. Like this was for shits and giggles. But you got a whole contract. Like you get paid on every Sunday, Thursdays, and occasionally a Monday or two. And you gotta have in your contract that you have to 4 hours. Like 4 is a low number. So that makes you think that you don't do anything. What's your expectations for a Kyler Murray? As a matter of fact, Seabass, since you out that way, let me start it off with you.
Big facts.
So this is like this one. It confused me because I feel like at the end of the day, you got to take care of your QB. Whether like if you found a guy, it's hard to find a guy even with his resume. Even though it's not the best, they get better every year. With him, he just got to not fizzle out at the end. So when you have your guy, lock him down because it's just so hard to come across a QB. So with him, I honestly think my expectation he gets better again this year. But wins and loss wise, just because that division is so tough, I do not know if they're going to go up in record though. That's the thing. So it's like you gave him all this money, and he's honestly maybe I mean, he's probably the second best QB in the division now, but like, do I honestly expect them to be better than the Niners? It's tough. Like, I don't know. So it's just for me, my expectation is just to see him take a step forward, but I don't expect like a major step, to be honest. Just with the
Okay.
division and how his tendencies to fizzle out at the end. I just think he'll do it again. Maybe he'll play like 12 good games this year, though. So we'll see. But
Okay.
it's a big commitment. So his expectations, like I just at the barbershop, everyone's just killing that contract. Every Phoenix person's killing that contract. It's him and Aiton. Them two just be making everybody mad around this city, bro. So I think like expectations by the fans we're already high for him because they're just like tired of the same thing happening, and then you throw him that much money, 260. It's just like, well, you got your money. You know, you can't do these social media games anymore. Let's see how you work. And then after that, you got to hear that you might have trouble studying. Like it's I don't know, man. Why not watch a film as a QB in the NFL is a red flag because like
And a young
is
QB at
literally
that.
all about preparation, bro. It's all about preparation.
Exactly. Like so, like you know, in I think growing up, you guys heard you practice the way you play, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
It's a little bit different though, bro. In reality, I
is
can just vouch for like, bro. Like I'm not pro. I play semi-pro, bro. Like it's a little bit different. Like I'm more of the Allen Iverson, you know, AI, you know, 757, you know, tip of the cap. But
practice. We talking about practice.
yeah, exactly. But like, bro, like things are different for QB. The coverages, especially when you're young, though, like it's not like you hear like a Peyton Manning, you know, saying, "Man, look, I don't feel like watching film." Cool. A Drew Brees, I think I got it. But he's a young QB. Not to mention, he's a short QB, meaning, when you're short, like, bro, I'm short all my life. I hate it. I wish I was taller, but things look a lot different to me than it do to a nigga like Trey or a nigga like you, see, man. Like y'all see things like, what? Can you reach the top of that shelf? I didn't see it, right? Being that there's a change in that vision and you're a QB, I could see one thing, and then I got, you know what I mean, I got my safeties moving in a whole different direction. If I see the pass rush coming up in front, I don't get to see that. That's an interception. Or that's a ball batted down. You know what I mean? Like certain things like that, when you're already kind of you're limited by your height and your experience, you have to do things like that. I mean, not too many people get by not watching film in the NFL. I mean, you got a guy,
but to be
Jamarcus Russell had all of the gifts.
But like to be fair though, I look at him, so I think Kyler Murray could be special. The only downside
I think he is too, bro. I agree.
I think he's a hit away from being out in the league like a solid one. I'm talking about the hit stick off Madden, like he's done. Because my man, like you said, he's short, but this boy is cat.
He got everything.
Like
he's cat quick,
and he
bro.
can
But what
throw
I can
the
tell
ball,
you,
like
we all had to study physics in high school and college. So if you're running that fast and you hit somebody that's 240, what usually happens? It's not a good thing. It's just not a good thing, right? So that's why Kyler Murray, you need to study. I mean, like, bro, like first off, man, I'm nobody, and like I'll study for you if you give me like 20% of the cut. I'll tell you what coverage you need. Look, just put me in your ear. They got the QB little microphone. I'll be like, hey, cover 3. Like,
I think he's just cocky though, because he's like I said, like he's banking on his talent.
But why would you be cocky on the grounds that you're giving up so much in the NFL, bro? Like the thing I'm saying, you're not Michael Vick, where like you first came on to the show with a trick that people haven't seen. Like I play Madden, I don't rush with Kyler Murray like that. Where 2007, Mike Vick, man, that's all you had to do. All you had to do was make your receivers run long and rush with Mike Vick. They're not doing that with Kyler Murray. Meaning that's not a new trick. It's you know what I'm saying? Like it's old hat at this point. So you have to evolve. In this NFL, you got to be able to throw the ball. At 5'9", you got to be able to at least read the defense enough to get the ball out. And so I think while they shouldn't have publicized that it was in his contract, he should have already been doing it. They wouldn't have publicized it in your contract if you was watching film. Why the fuck aren't you watching film? Man, give me 50% of what the fuck he made, and I'll watch the film and tell him what the hell he needs to do. Put me in his ear. Look, no square, no triangle. He's not open. Like, bro, like that's what I'm saying, bro. The fact that they had to put it in there at first means they sick of him throwing interceptions. First off, they know that he can't read the the defense. That's second. Anytime they put it in your contract that you need to watch film, that means you walk up to the center, you go hike, and you freestyle. And like you ain't no Lil Wayne with the freestyle. That means you some bullshit when you get to the freestyle. So they're saying, hey, you need to do this, and then you haven't even something, man. I'm upset that they did that. Facts. They ain't have to publicize that. But that means that's an indictment on you. Go read film. Go look. That means you ain't doing what you need to do, bro. Like, that's all I'm saying. I'm done with it. I'll drop it. But I'm just saying, bro. Kyler Murray, if you want somebody to just analyze film, all I'm asking, man, I just want to pay my bills. I'm over here. I'll watch the film for you and tell you what you need to do.
Have him call you up. Have him hit you up to help him study. Okay. He should be able to do it, but like I said, that was alarming to me. I'm sure you can always turn that around, you know. I also look at the organization too, because they definitely should not have mentioned that. You know, I'm a Panthers fan, y'all know. Some slight, and so I have an understanding of how we do. I don't understand how we treat quarterbacks badly. We put them in the limelight in a negative way.
That's a real team right there, Trey.
I know.
Real team right here.
I thought you said that's your team. I was like, yeah, I know. Oh, you talking about them? Okay, that's cool. I mean, I know. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. That's a real team. Yeah, they target and whatnot, folks. But it's cool.
Hey,
out here getting
old news, man. Stop bringing up old news.
I wouldn't have brought it up if I didn't watch a movie about it. Then
we is on Netflix.
Kevin James brought it up. So I mean, it was a good one though. It was a good one. I liked it. But so I feel like with Kyler Murray, right? I think he does have a good shot. Maybe the expectations could be high because the wide receiving core, it is pretty smooth. And usually when you have like a good wide receiving core, I know you need to have a good O-line, good run game, and a good defense. But usually when you have a nice little wide receiving core, it's very helpful. So that takes me to this next one here. What's the Raiders' expectations now with Devontae Adams? Like, what do y'all like? Mark, how do you feel? Are the Raiders going to the playoffs? Like, should we worry about the Raiders, or they just?
It depends on which Derek Carr you get. Honestly, there's times where you see Derek Carr make a throw, and you like, God damn it, like, hell yeah. And then there's times where it's like, well, damn it, like, I'm 5'9", and like I couldn't throw water off a dog's ass, and I wouldn't have made that throw.
Mm-hmm.
So it's which Derek Carr you get. If you get top-notch Derek Carr, then hell yeah. I mean, you have all the pieces. At least from a skill perspective, you got Josh Jacobs. Now you have Devontae Adams, one of the top receivers in the league. And you have Waller to take some of the pressure off. So that way, look, if I can't get it to him, I can dump it off to Darren Waller, and I know that he gonna give me the 5 that I need to go to keep the chains moving. But Derek Carr does not really perform well under a lot of pressure, so it's a pressure cooker. If he responds well to that pressure, with Devontae Adams being there, vocal leader, one, he's gonna be like, look, get me the ball. But then you got offensive coordinator plans where look, we want you to run a post, and you keep running a go route because you think you open. It's about how much latitude they give Davante Adams. If they say, "Hey man, look, we're giving you this latitude, just boop boop boop, I'm open," throw it to him. Great, maybe things work out. But if it's that you still have that bureaucracy, red tape, you still got to clear it with so and so and so and so. You only got so much time. So I can see where he could become disgruntled really quickly if they have that type of offense. But if it was me, let him run. You know what I mean? Let him run. Like a wild Philly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, unless like you see him like triple and you keep asking for the ball, then it's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Right.
Outside of that, use your natural gifts and go. He got the arm to get it to him. You know what I mean? So that's how.
See, Ben, Mark said something that kind of caught my eye or caught my attention. Derek Carr doesn't thrive under pressure, and I know there was a point in time where we were saying, when I say we, I mean just people in general. There was a moment where Derek Carr was a potential MVP candidate. I know he gets injured. You have like a lot of things that happened with the Raiders recently, you know, like the Henry Ruggs situation. So I mean, there's a lot of things. There's like John Gruden out there, and then there was somebody else too, which I had to.
Was it Mike Mayock?
What's it? How do you spell it?
Mike Mayock. Wasn't he one of the
No. It was Damon Arnett. Apparently there was.
Oh, he got arrested for making them threats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they have a lot. So they had a lot
with that.
I mean, but there's a lot that's happened though. So I feel like with Carr and with that team, they've handled pressure because they did at least finish the season strongly. So do you think that with that pressure, with someone like a Davante Adams now coming to help relieve some of that pressure, do you think that he would be faced with a lot of pressure next season?
No. And the reason is, like, to be honest, if as their roster looks right now, they got the fourth best QB in the division. They probably got the fourth best team in the division. So it's like, yes, adding Davante, it does add some pressure because now you have Davante. We want to see some numbers, at least get in the MVP race, that type of thing. So I agree there. But realistically, when I look at the grand scheme and everything, they're in the toughest division in football. They got to play the Broncos twice, Justin Herbert and them boys twice, and then they got to play Patty Mahomes.
You said the Broncos, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about Russell. I don't know about Russell year one. Russell year one is I don't think that.
I'm not.
I gotta see it. I gotta see it.
His receivers though, bro. He don't really got receivers like that.
Judy, Sutton, they have receivers. Just Drew
Sutton
Lock
disappeared, and I had him on my goddamn. What's that shit? That
QB was Drew Lock, and like you're not,
man. That nigga Fred was like.
He's speaking from hurt because they apparently disappointed him last season in fantasy football. I understand.
That man went over 100 like twice in 17 weeks. I was like, bro, like, don't get me wrong, like, hey, like, I'm nobody over here sitting on the couch, but like, damn, though, like, 17 weeks, I had to drop it from my roster.
Russell's gonna change that offense, bro. Just watch.
Ain't it the same dude running the offense though? It's the same coordinator running the offense.
He didn't have Drew Lock. Isn't Russell Wilson, Mark?
Like big facts, but the same guy.
That's a fair statement, though. That's a fair statement.
I need you to understand.
Yeah, big facts. Okay, respect. Big respect.
On a hurt
I guess
finger.
we have been looking at. Hey, I will say this: last time the Broncos got a QB change, they did hurt my pants.
With the back-to-back.
I will.
Hey, no, y'all got mauled, bro. Like in that.
Whoa! We didn't get mauled. That's what the Seahawks
y'all
did
got
to them.
smoked.
We lost by 10. Let's not do that.
In the Super Bowl?
Don't let me bring up the fact that we beat y'all ass too that year. Don't do that. Come on now. Don't make me bring up old.
How about this?
Bring up old. That's cool. How many of them did you witness?
Hold on. I'm doing the thing wrong. Hold on. I was born in 92, so I've seen 3. Whatever is 3. There we go. Seen 3. Okay. I'm doing it wrong, man. My shit fucked up. I've seen 3.
Well, we've been to 2. That's all y'all been to 3, we've been to 2. We just trying to,
how many
y'all
did
supposed
you
to be winning. y'all are the Lakers of the NFL, so you're supposed to win.
But
We are struggling. We're like
though.
the Memphis Grizzlies, okay? Like, it's tough for us right now. We're trying to get over the hump. Like, but we get there, though. That's the thing.
Big respect. Y'all need to trade McCaffrey and get what you can, bro.
I would appreciate that. I would greatly appreciate that. I don't even want to get into it. That's okay. We gonna get off topic. I'm about to say, Matt, but we are gonna stick though with the South, right? Because the Buccaneers, they've lost some people. They brought back some folk, and you were gonna start the segment off because you live in Tampa. So I mean, what's their Super Bowl chances? What's their Super Bowl chances? And need to bring back Gronkowski.
I feel like, I mean, they have aspirations, most definitely. And bro, I'm pissed off because Jerry Jones doesn't understand that, we need reserves. So they even went and got Julio Jones. So honestly, I feel like they have, at least from the offensive side, to go deep into the playoffs. The only thing that will hold Tampa Bay back is their defense. Their defense, you could see that we're already showing cracks this year. They was ass in the secondary, literally.
But I think in fantasy though they weren't.
They
that
was
bad,
a big BBW ass in the secondary. Honestly, bro, literally.
But that's coming nowadays. So I mean, you may be. Hey, I don't know. You may have to say something else because folks like BBWs out here.
BBW love is my thing.
He crazy.
But I'm just saying, bro, they was ass in the secondary, and they marginally upgraded it, and then I think dude left whole time. So their biggest vulnerability has never been in the trenches. It was in the secondary. They are ass, a dog diarrhea trickle out an ass in the secondary. That is their only weakness. I will also go to say that they're a little bit fragile in the trenches. I mean, they dealt with a lot of injuries. I mean, soft tissue.
What do you mean by what do you mean by in the trenches?
Trenches are means offensive line, defensive line. Soft tissue injuries. Somebody sprains an ankle and then they're out 9 weeks.
Ryan Jensen just about tore his knee or something.
That's what I'm saying. That's
center or guard.
D-line.
That's
what keeps Tom safe.
Yeah, it looked ugly. It looked ugly for sure.
Okay.
Facts. So that's what I'm saying, bro. I mean, if they protect Tom gonna do what Tom do. I hate him, and I hate that I hate him. But then I'm he seems like a dickhead. So nah.
I mean, but he from your Boston town. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Boston Red Sox.
I am
not the Patriots. The Red Sox.
I am from Northview, Virginia. From Northview.
I feel you, but I mean, I'm just saying you claim to love Boston.
Yeah. I would like more for my son than Northview, Virginia. Yes, I would. But but out here, the thing that would hold them back, honestly, is
the defense,
injuries.
And the O-line a little bit. The O-line.
And that's the trenches. And then, like I said, their secondary is BBW ass.
Okay.
I'm talking about a fat booty joint.
So, Seabass, because we both are teams from the South. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and throw my joint on right quick, just because and I make these clips.
Ugliest jersey.
Panthers are, I mean, something's like Cam Newton. I still respect you there, baby. But
the only reason, that's just Cam. I respect it a little bit.
Hey, he got punished in that Super Bowl though.
It's Cam.
You need to get you an Auburn Cam Newton jersey because that one's ugly.
Yeah, big
colors ain't it.
I like the Panthers one. He took me to a Super Bowl 15-1. Wish it was 16-0. But we're here now.
Stroke though, I remember
we didn't get stroked again, my boy. We just lost the game. We lost the game. We were there. Where were y'all? Got them. So, Seabass.
Hey, fuck you, dog. Big facts.
Since we're both, teams in the South, he's a Saints fan.
You a Saints fan, bro?
Yeah, you see that ugly ass hat he got on?
Bro, honestly, man, I suffer from my vision, man. Nah, I ain't see that. That was bullshit. That's why I ain't see it. Nah, I'm messing with you.
So, how confident are you going up against Like, do you feel like your team can actually get the job done? I don't feel that confident because we got Baker or Sam Darnold or Matt Corral going up against them. So I'm not really going to talk about the woes that we have going up right now. I'm looking at you guys. You got Jameis Winston. You got a decent little squad on your team, like Alvin Kamara. Oh my goodness, why can I not remember the boy's name? Michael Thomas. Like you have like a good team. It's just a question about Jameis. Even the defense is solid. How do you feel about you guys going up against Tampa Bay?
So I'll start by looking at Tampa. So the biggest thing I'm looking at with Tampa is, are they still going to be this high-scoring run-and-gun team now that Bruce Arians isn't calling the plays? So everyone knows when Bruce Arians play, you're going to bomb it. You're throwing up a lot of. Anytime you see one-on-one, you're just going to throw it up. We're going to get some yards. We're going to get some touchdowns. So like I always felt confident in them because just like we seen last year, they can just score touchdowns whenever they needed to, and it happens. So like, do they still look like that, or with Todd Bowles, who's a defensive guy, do they go back to being a defensive team, pound the football? We're going to have big receivers. Like, they don't have Chris Godwin the first few weeks. Do they look like more of a running team because they don't want to get Julio hurt again, something like that? So I think once I see their identity, and if Todd Bowles can help that, and he's a secondary guy too, I'm pretty sure. So if he can help them out defensively, I think they can be scary. Now with us, we have their number. We're still 4-0 against Tom in the regular season, thankfully. But it's like our division is so up in the air because it just basically all depends on like what is Jameis going to do. You know, our defense is loaded. We have players everywhere. We finally got weapons. Now, if Jameis comes out and plays like he's supposed to, don't throw a lot of picks, the division can be ours for taking. But if he's still turning that ball over a lot, I'm going to look more toward Tom because I know for a fact he's not going to turn it over. He's going to make the right plays. So I think basically our whole division is dependent on what is Jameis going to do. I think that's what it really comes down to.
So Jameis is the linchpin for the division. Yeah. Would you say it's safe to say Jameis is the linchpin for the entire conference? Because I mean, and the reason why I say that is because if we're saying the Bucs, right, are a Super Bowl contender, I think they're a Super Bowl contender. I think that's safe to say. So if you feel as though they can eclipse the Bucs, well then that linchpin should also be the same for the conference as well too. So is that a fair assessment? Mark, I'll let you go with this one because you're shaking your head pretty aggressively.
Yes, very aggressively. I just finished taking a leak. Yes. So no.
Thank you for not bringing the phone with you. I appreciate that.
Nah, man, I wouldn't do that. Give y'all the space, man. That ain't fair to y'all. And I wash my hands with Dawn soap. So if they ever endorse you, just make sure I get soap. I would like that for my house. Yeah, but anyway. Nah, I mean, the thing is, like, there's too many X factors going on here. So, whereas in the AFC, you know it's going to be a high octane offensive battle. Within the NFC, you kind of don't know. Like, it could be a shootout, possibly, or it could be a defensive shutout, quite possibly. Like, whereas that's not a real possibility in the AFC. In the AFC, you know it's a high octane, unless you're the Jets, or like, you know, like kind of like flounder in there. Then it's going to be a high octane battle. It's going to be offensive people doing what the fuck they got to do. In the NFC, you kind of don't know. You know what I mean? One day you expecting Tom Brady to throw for 335 yards, 5 touchdowns, and he goes for 2 touchdowns, maybe 275 yards, and then Leonard Fournette or whoever the fuck, they do what they do on the ground, and then they just get it done. So I will say, when it comes to the NFC, it's a grab bag versus the AFC. You know that they're gonna sling the rock, bro. Their base set is already nickel.
Okay. So there's too many variables as a result. Okay, I got you. Okay. See, is that a fair statement, or are you do you believe that maybe Jameis is the linchpin for the conference as well as the division?
The Saints we have everything we need to be a Super Bowl contender. It just all depends on QB play.
There you go, Mark. You heard him.
We got a running back.
I hear him.
We got some weapons finally. Mike Thomas is finally playing again. Chris Olave is getting inserted. Jarvis Landry can still get open. And then our secondary is loaded. Like, we got all we need in the secondary. We still got Demario Davis, who's an all-pro level guy. And then we got a solid front four to stop the run. We've always been good in the run. We just got to find our D tackles.
Who's the backers, though?
Huh?
Who are the linebackers?
Oh, Demario Davis and Pete Warner. So those are going to be our main two guys. Pete Warner probably played better in the rush than Quan Alexander, but he can't cover like Quan. But he's still young. He was just a rookie last year, and he graded like a 91 on PFF against the run. So he's real rangy. It's just coverage just comes with getting reps in the league. So he'll come around with that. It's just I think our weakest point is just our D tackles. So like if we don't get no pass rush from the inside.
That's what I'm saying, bro. But like
that's
just
tough,
from
that is tough.
Playing it for a while, if your D tackle's weak, that opens you up to the HB dive, the HB.
No, our run defense is like that. Like our run against the run, the D tackles are good. It's just we don't get no
play action. But what's the yardage in the play action though? That would be the one thing that you should look at. Maybe just to think about. I mean, I think about it often. I actually got offered a job from PFF to crunch the data. So like, it might be something that to think about. Like, yeah, they might play sturdy in the run, but if you see that they're weak in this instance where you already mentioned that your D tackles are weak, maybe these are the things that they're weak in. And so if I can see it, maybe, I mean, I'm just Joe Schmo. You know what I mean? Like, I crunch data. But maybe, I mean, I know goddamn Mike McCarthy won't see it. Yes, I go on record as saying that. Like,
well, so look, Mark, since you threw your man out there or under the bus, however you want to call it.
Oh, man. Good old Dallas.
Like, let's talk about them. Like,
I've been a Dallas fan all
Cowboys,
my life.
Cowgirls, however you want to classify them.
The Cowgirls, that's for sure.
Hey.
We beat the Saints last year, though. I know
y'all got us, though. Y'all got us. Taysom was not ready.
Actually.
Y'all got us. Taysom wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Hey, we did we play the Panthers last year?
I mean, do you really want to take that though? Do you really want to count that? They probably they did, but I'm saying, do you really want to count that?
Every win is a great thing. Yeah, every win is a great thing.
That's you ain't play him in the first 5 weeks when Sam Darnold was Mike Vick. So that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hold on.
I think y'all caught us after that. I think y'all
never no. Mike Vick.
Listen, Linda.
The first 3 weeks he was running.
First 4 weeks, Darnold.
Sacrilege.
Like, not even. Like, hey, I don't know what.
And he did this, bro.
Sacrilege. I don't know what he was on. All right. I
like
said
Mike
Sam
Vick
Darnold,
though.
Bro, he was go back and impersonation.
Like go back and watch the.
Like how the white ladies used to do this joint like this.
He was better than Patrick Mahomes, Lamar.
I said Mike Vick. Hey.
No. I'm like he was juking everybody like Mike Vick?
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
But was he running the ball and
6 rushing touchdowns in 4 weeks is tough, bro.
It's crazy. Like it was.
No, he was actually
he's
moving,
dual
though.
threat. Stop it. What's the 40 looking like? Like, hey. Man. He was moving them puppies. I can't even hold you. He was out there.
Just don't ever say Mike Vick. Come
on.
I
got a question for you, Trey. Who would you rather have starting, Sam Darnold or Baker? Like, I know it's like the
Baker,
lesser
bro,
two evils, but which one's the lesser evil to you?
What would you think? Yeah, big facts.
I tried to give them the Cowboys discussion, but they wanted to bring up Baker. All right, that's cool.
We gonna fire up your team too. You ain't get away from
man
it.
while he's down. I
big
see.
Facts.
All right, that's fine. I want to say Baker, even though I'm.
I agree.
I'm hesitant just because Sam is the incumbent, right? So I want to say but that and that is a fair point too. So it's like whoever wins out that starting job, I'm going to be okay with. Like, I don't need Matt, the rookie, who we drafted, like, third. I don't need him starting. Like, I need him to learn from the other two's mistakes. Matt Corral or whatever his name was. I know
Corral.
Yeah, Corral. Yeah. Like,
from Ole Miss.
I need you learning. I need you learning from these boys. Because if you,
why would you want to pick up bad habits from two QBs with bad habits?
You see what not to do though.
But
like, if they get, like, for example, let's say Sam Darnold's playing. I mean, you do what you do what you want to do, but you just remember, okay, well, I remember they did this. All right, don't do this, and try to work around. You learn enough. From. Like, you got to learn from people's mistakes in order to thrive in life.
You have good clay. I will say that for Panthers organization with Matt Corral, good clay, bro. But like, if you see,
you got to develop them though.
Yeah, exactly. Like, dog.
That's why I'm worried.
That's why I'm worried. Baker,
garbage is tough. Garbage is tough. I just want to say that. I'm a USC fan.
Darnold is garbage.
That's very tough. That's I don't want to say slanderous.
Look, if you like say at him and say like at Darnold, I'm like, bro, like, I ain't shit, true, but I know that. But like, you ain't shit either, and like, yeah, here's a video of you not being shit, like. Yeah. Somebody be like, "Hey,
Marcus fed up."
Yeah, I know that. Like, okay,
Marcus fed up with Messiah Darnold. I don't blame you though, because like, bro, I just hate the fact that these scouts watch Sam Darnold play, Baker play, and all them two play, and say, "Hey, they were better than Lamar Jackson." I don't know how you do that.
I mean, but like some of that, you gotta think, bro. Like, they don't like to own up to it, but I still personally think that race, when it comes to the QB position, plays a role. I'm sorry, like, bro. Like, I'm not one of those people to bring up race. No. But like, think about it. You erroneously thought, like, you didn't just think, like, you put 3 dimples in the back of your skull and thought that Sam fucking Dark, like. You know what I mean? Like,
up till week four, he was proving everybody wrong.
How long is the NFL season, brother?
It's 16 weeks, but then also like but here's the thing though, like CMC goes down too though. So like he went down and then Sam.
But like, you have to build. So like shit that I do for a living, right? You gotta build tolerances in case things dip. Right, so
that's
CMC, because you give him 100 fucking million carries at a time. You know he's gonna go down at a point. So why not draft somebody to step in to take some of the load? Like, that's just poor management. Y'all saw poor management.
Yeah, Chuba Hubbard, and he was getting saucy.
I had him on my fantasy team.
I'm about to say you got him late. You little lucky. Oh, so pissed. I was trying to get my man.
Man,
he was getting off. But I agree that we
a
need to up a little bit.
And then like, y'all got a little bit of holes to fill. I mean, I'd say for y'all, start in the trenches. The trenches lead everywhere else. Y'all got skill positions where y'all can branch out. For Cowboys, it's literally coaching. Coaching's garbage.
Okay.
Coaching's garbage. Okay. Yeah, we got JV Pop Warner bullshit going on.
But like, what's at least on the offensive though? Like where do you see y'all going? Like, and don't give me no typical. Oh, we're going to the Super Bowl.
Bro, don't I always spit the real, whether you like it or not? Yeah, bro.
I just wanted to throw that out there because that when I clip it up, all the Cowboys
it hurts my feelings. But yeah, I say, bro, honestly, it depends on if we get it together or not. If we get it, where like honestly, like we moving as a unit, like we a buzzsaw. Bro, we can go to the conference championships.
Chill.
And what I mean by that is this. We got our places already with our defense. Our offense kind of needs to gel. But we have a lot of, returning people on the line. As long as and this is one thing I learned just playing myself. If your line, you get that continuity with your line, we got a top at least 15 QB. We got a top 15 QB. We got top 15 running backs, both Tony Pollard and I say Zeke. One's the Lightning, one's the Thunder. Honestly, it just comes down to if we can just keep Dak upright. We keep Dak upright. We gonna sling the rock.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We're gonna sling the rock. And like last year, you can see our offensive stats, bro. Like we top 10.
But like, I'm gonna be honest with you. You hear way too much. Like when you say they just need to gel. They just need to gel. Like I've been hearing that for the longest now. Like the offenses need. Like at some point in time, maybe you need to change up things a little bit. Like Seabass, like do you think it's time to start saying maybe the Cowboys want to consider trading Dak Prescott or Zeke Elliott?
This is what they should do. This is what they should do. Because, like, right now, Dallas's biggest problem is the fact that when they play someone out the division, it's just a tough matchup for them. Because Dak is 25-6 in the division. Like, he just swept them last year. So, like, he wins the games he's supposed to, which is, like, division ones that get him far, like, give him a good chance to win. But now it's just, like, winning those off-conference ones. So, what I think they're going to do is they need to hurry up and call Sean Payton. Like, yo, go ahead and get ready. We're probably not gonna play too long. We're not, we might not gonna make the wild card or something. Look at our season. Go ahead, draw up the game plan for everything. So next year, take McCarthy out, throw Sean Payton in. So you got a culture setter, and Kellen Moore is a problematic play caller, and then you got a dude who can play call with Sean Payton too. So that's what I would do. If he can't do it with Sean Payton, then yeah, let's look at moving Dak. But I want to see them finally get Sean Payton because it's been in the works for so long.
Big facts.
But see, if he can't get it done with Sean Payton, like for example, going back to Baker Mayfield, this is probably Baker's last chance at being a starter. Because like if he doesn't do it here, got to slide to that bench. You might be able to give us a Nick Foles role somewhere, but you're gonna be on the bench.
Nick Foles, so like.
That's what, but you got that's gonna have to be Baker's next role. Like it is what it is. So when I'm looking at Dak,
too bad though?
It's not too bad. But I'm just saying, like if you do it as a starter, you're like praised a lot higher. So when I'm looking at Dak now, it's like, all right, if you can't get it done with Sean Payton, somebody who like is idolized heavily, and again, he has a scandal behind his name and is still reviewed highly. Has a whole
Jerry Jones owns the team.
Mm-hmm. But like,
at the end, it's Jerry, dog. Like, Jerry say, you can say, man, I got the top-rated receiver. If Jerry say, man, fuck that nigga, then it's fuck that nigga. I can't sign him. So, like, he's hamstringing the team, bro.
But Sean has a rapport with him, though.
He does, and bingo. But at the same time, it still lies at Jerry's feet. It's still...
Yeah.
That's where we get hung up. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, bro, I know if Sean Payton comes in, I feel like he can do some things. But at the end of the day, until, I don't even know to say, Lord rest his soul, but until Jerry kicks the bucket, we kind of in no man's land. Honestly. Like, again, this is true facts.
That's wild.
Man, he just said once Jerry kicks the bucket, we go into the Super Bowl.
Yes. You know what?
Tough.
Bam.
So Jerry's got to pass in order for y'all to win the chip. That's tough. That's wild. That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be interesting.
It's sad, but like, bro, it's true shit. Like bingo. Like, my son was born last year. Boy, my Celtics went to the goddamn finals, man. Look, hey, something lucky going on around here. So if he kicked the bucket,
but I don't think y'all got, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. If y'all get Sean Payton, I think you may want to consider trading Dak Prescott. Like, because if you look at it, because here's the thing: if he doesn't get the job done with Sean Payton,
trade.
What's his trade value going to be?
Big fact.
But what's his trade value going to be though? It's not. It's never going to be this high. It's never going to be this high. So if he flops, then it's like who wants to take him? And then what are you going to get back in return? So now you got a QB who's relatively decent, but he's not going to win.
Don't disrespect that like that, bro.
Let's look at it. Tony Romo was a really good quarterback.
First off, don't ever.
And then you couldn't really trade him that well, but y'all gave him a nice contract. I'm just saying, like, this may be a scenario where you may want to jump ship.
His name is
because Zeke's old.
Romo.
Tony Romo was solid as a QB. There were moments, like, statistically, Tony Romo was like that. Like in the playoffs, Tony Romo and the
He got
Cowboys
cheated, bro.
weren't
He
like
got fucking cheated. Dez caught.
Dez caught it.
So every Green Bay fan,
the Cowboy fans hold on to that, bro. Forever. Dez caught it, yo.
he caught it, bro.
That
He
was their
fucking
year.
caught
That was their chance. They know it.
that.
Boy, like I was trying to turn over a new leaf that year. I was like, man, I ain't going back to the can. Everything gonna be great. Like I did all that New Year's resolution. It did my boy that dirty, bro. I was like, man, fuck it all. I was mad, bro. Like
It be like that sometimes. Stuff happens.
Nah, he
Stuff
good, but
happens.
like I
know all about stuff like that, bro. As a Saints fan,
They had
there.
a situation like that too. You know.
hey,
it's tough.
whoever the judges that preside over that game, suck a dick. That's all I gotta say. Refs, whoever you are, suck a dick. A fat one, like a bird dick, like.
A bird.
Like, bro, like that
Hey,
shit,
so
like he
look.
caught the joint clearly, bro, and they really did that. Like, when I say I was hurt, bro, like for me, go to jail. All right, man. Just let me make sure I get something that fit me. Cool, I'm not that mad. Like, I get the wrong sandals, man. Like, usually you get like, I'm like, man, I'm 11. They can give me a 14 size sandal. I wasn't that bad. I wasn't that mad. When he caught that, bro, like, I didn't even want to cash out on my tab. I know exactly where I was. I was just going to make the person fight me. Like, fuck this. Like, I'm mad. We all can just go to jail right now. I was at a bar, bro. I wasn't even going to cash out my tab. I was just going to leave. Like, hey, you ain't cash out. Nah, bro, I was that mad. Like, I was like, man, look, you're going to come behind this joint and want to fight me. I'm already mad.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, nah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm glad that didn't happen.
Yeah. I changed my life.
Yeah, I'm glad that didn't
reformed
happen.
now.
Hey, it sounded like you had a would you rather moment, and that's where we are right now, fellas.
I can go with either. God damn it! Like I was that mad that day. Like I don't give a fuck, bro. Like he caught that ball. Like
I tried. Stop talking about it. You just gonna hurt yourself.
All right, I'm done.
He got
bad.
really
Leave
emotional.
the trauma alone, bro.
Exactly. But look, I had to let him get it off his chest because it's like when I talk about the bubble chip, I be catching myself getting a little emotional. So like I let people vent. You know, hey, it's all right.
I'm done. I'm good. I'm good now.
I understand. So look, I got a couple of people. Right? I got a team that I'm gonna list off for you guys. I just wanted to know your thoughts on this and who you guys think will win. So I saw a rating system and I picked some of the players based on the ratings. We got like number 1, number 2, number 3. But we're gonna start off with the QBs. We got Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. All right, now Mahomes was rated number 1 and Jackson was number 8. I thought that was a little disrespectful, but you know, we're here now. We got Nick Chubb and Jonathan Taylor, right? So actually, I'm gonna just read the teams off in order. Patrick Mahomes, Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry, DeAndre Hopkins, Stephon.
Is that one team?
Yeah, this is just one team. So this will be team A. Stephon Diggs, Travis Kelce, Kyle Pitts, the Eagles O-line, and the Bucs defense, right? And then you have
Eagles
Lamar Jackson.
Downfall there.
They're rated as number 1. And then you got Lamar Jackson, Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, Kerry Kittles, Mark Andrews, Bucs O-line, and the Bills defense.
Dang, Trey. Dang. Oh.
If y'all need me to run it off again, I can.
No, I got it. It's just I'm thinking. Because, like, I like the Mahomes offense, like, better. Mm-hmm. But you throwing in that Bills defense is... Because that Bills defense is way better than the Bucs.
Hell yeah.
Way better than the Bucs. Because they got what's his face? Von Miller now, too.
Don't they still got Tre'Davious White?
Yeah,
they got Von Miller.
Yeah, he's coming back. And they still
And
got
they
Michael
still
Hyde,
got-
I'm pretty sure.
It's
Mhm.
crazy. Y'all say it's way better because in the ratings it was the Bills number 1, the Bucs was number 2.
The Bucs,
Really?
bro, that's because of their front
Their
seven.
front seven is nasty, but I don't
But
trust their
they
secondary
is
Yeah, that's what
ass
Mark was
in the
saying. Mark,
can,
yeah,
bro.
at all.
BBW ass as he was saying earlier.
Mhm. Big ass, like hell yeah. I like big W ass. Big facts.
I'm
Amen.
gonna go team with Patrick Mahomes just because they got Patty.
Patty?
Yeah, I'm gonna just go with that.
Okay, it's because of the offense that Patrick brings with those weapons.
It's just Patrick because I think both offenses are just so stacked that it's just gonna come down who do I think will maximize everything better. I'll just trust Patrick because I think he's the best QB in the game personally. So I'm just go with him, and I think he'll figure something out with them names you just named. But Lamar and Jonathan Taylor on the read option is kind of scary. That's wild to think about.
And you got Tyreek.
He has
Hill
like
and
an
Devontae
offense
Adams
like
out
tailored
there,
for
and you
him,
still
though.
got Christian McCaffrey. I'm just saying that's pretty nasty.
Yeah, that's a tough decision. There's no wrong answer. There's no right answer.
And he got Kerry Kittle and his own tight end and Mark Andrews. So I'm just saying. I did get Patty though, Travis. So he got some familiarity out there himself. But nah, it's
the Derrick Henry too. You gave him Derrick Henry. That's wild.
It's great. So he's rated number 3, and Nick Chubb's number 2, and then Jonathan Taylor's rated number 1. Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised. I mean, he did get injured last year, so it makes sense.
Yeah. Mark, are you going with Patty as well, or are you going with Lamar?
I'm going with Patty, bro. Like one of the things that like always been noticeable, in addition to his like arm strength, that's something that they don't really mention with Lamar. Also, like accuracy. With Patty, they kind of don't mention that with Lamar. Honestly, I love Lamar for being one of those renditions of a Michael Vick with better accuracy, but he's still not Patty. Like, I mean, like Patty, like he's just that guy still until he gets beaten. He's still that guy. Yeah, I mean, like, he got beat by Tom Brady that sort of thing.
In terms of
didn't Joe Burrow get
4-year start of a career, we've never seen one like Patty because he went to what? He went to 4 straight AFC championships and 2 Super Bowl trips in his first 4 years.
Joe Burrow is nice.
He was in a really good situation.
His path is easy. His path is easy.
Burrow's path is easy?
Hell yeah. Like, bro, think about that. How many times have you even heard that the Bengals mentioned? Since fucking Boomer Esiason.
Since they had Chad Johnson. Since they had Chad and
even
and
when they had Chad, we like Ocho Cinco personally. We loved his personality.
Who's your mama?
What's his name?
Yeah.
Oh, and AJ Green. They had like a little decent run.
Where did they go?
I said they had a little decent run. They got some notoriety. They were like the Hawks. Like when that year when they had
like fun to watch.
Stars.
They were fun to watch.
Cool. They were a good team. They just didn't win. Like the Hawks, the Raptors.
Baby, I'm coming back there. Man, look, this just gotta happen. But I'm just saying, I like Joe Burrow, man. I think he's dope. To come back from an injury like that and be slinging it, dope. They gave him weapons. They gave him what he needed to have. But man, still, I think he's a new age Dan Marino. I'll go on the record for that. And I love Dan Marino.
Dan was tough, though. Dan was tough.
He has the
Super Bowl trip early, but I don't think he
can get.
So he might be on something.
Get back to it, bro. He's not going back to it.
I said you might be onto something because Dan Marino did the same thing. He went to the Super Bowl like his second, third year, but he just ain't end up going back.
Yeah, I don't see.
I don't know though, because
Joe Burrow
really has a lot of weapons. Like I can't. Like I think with that team, with that offensive firepower, and them being so young, you can still build around them. Like I think you can.
But
possibly
that is their fallacy there, bro. Like being that young, and that we've seen a lot of dynasties fall due to age. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you that young, and then you got this
You gotta start
grizzly,
paying
like,
people
veteran
too.
type of presence. Like, I mean, think about it. Like, what's his name?
I
T.
mean, but
Higgins
as an
going against a
organization,
fucking Troy Polamalu. Come on now, like
I
stuff
mean, but
like
that's
that.
as an
Like
organization, you gotta bring the right folks in. I think they're in a good spot. I'm not saying
Oh yeah, great
they
spot.
will,
no,
yeah, like that.
no, I
They
agree.
can. Like I hear your point on him being that Dan Marino thing. Dan was still a good still a good
Hold on,
quarterback
man.
though. Like he was solid. Like he was cool. So
we
I don't
love
think
Dan in this
Burrow.
household, man. Like big facts.
Yeah,
So I got a
but like I
question for
don't.
you, Trey. So the thing about the AFC is like all the young QBs on the way up are all in the AFC. So where would you rank Joey Burrow amongst them? Because I feel like that's
Good
really
question.
comes down to. Because there's what Herbert, Lamar, Josh Allen, Patty.
That's tough.
All the young
Because he's
killers.
young.
Deshaun
Because
Watson's over there now too. Like
I ain't seen what Deshaun done in quite some time though. Like he got to prove it to me again a little bit.
oh yeah,
He
for
got to
sure,
show
for
me,
sure.
you know, because he's so young though. He like what he did at LSU, and then this year's like, all right, I got to throw you. Like I don't want to say top 10, but like I can also put you in top 10. And I'm talking about
Be mad at
NFL.
Joe Burrow top 10.
Like
Can't be mad at that.
yeah. So when I'm thinking about like AFC, like
It's
like
tough.
Patty, Lamar, but if you want to say Lamar's not better, I'll try to hear you. But like I still think Lamar's better. Like I think Lamar could be the second best. But like you know,
Yeah, me too.
Jared Allen, I don't have an accurate answer. I don't have an accurate answer. Like if he was on my team, I have an answer for you. Cause I know it. I've studied it. I haven't looked at, but it'd be like, yeah, I know exactly where to play.
So if you had to draft one of them dudes, who would you take for the next 10 years? No, so let's do next 7 years. Who would you take out of all them QBs in the AFC?
Herbert's the same.
Who I would take is Lamar Jackson. If you could guarantee me there's no injuries, but because of the injury factor,
Come on now.
Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
But like
Justin Herbert got to be
honestly
a
think
third.
Yeah, so like with Lamar, he's great. Like he's actually a tremendous talent. And when I think of a football player, anybody who is a tremendous athlete who can throw the ball with accuracy, you might go down as the GOAT. Like I don't know how else you top that. Like the QB is
Top Warner out there, man, for real.
Yeah, like and he has that possibility. He has that talent. Like I want to say maybe his rookie or his sophomore year where he was throwing it with tremendous accuracy, and I'm like, whoa, wait a second, hold on.
But
Yeah,
how
I'm
much
like,
of
hold
that
on, like,
accuracy
this is crazy.
is built off of the system versus what he can actually do?
But isn't the system tailored to around him? So I
So
feel like
when they say the system is tailored around him, it could be like one or two reads. Like so, you know that you have an athletically gifted quarterback. So look, we give him one or two reads. If it's not this, it's this, and if it's not this, then go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, and so like that's dope. Like, bro, like me, man, I'm just over here just trying to make my money and live. But if you're a QB, should you get top QB? I think you should if you producing the results. But what I will say is like that doesn't make you pay a man and diagnose the defense if you have one or two reads and you scrambling and you leaning just on the fact that you can scramble.
Yeah.
RG3 thought the same shit and they punished his ass to where they put him out the league. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to be able to read past your first and second read and then, like, account for, like, hey, baby, you didn't even see this blitz. Like, in the NFL, bro, they crafty. We know that I personally, man, like I said, I play semi-pro. They crafty and semi-pro. And, hell, I ain't shit. So, in the NFL, you know, man, they got all the man team. They can sit there, diagnose this. Man, look, if he sneeze left, we know he running right. That nigga balls twist left. He going to the left side and got it. If he put up his cleat, man, he done sneeze. He done ate 3 pounds of cat fit. Look, everything. Like, that's what they can do. Like, you know what I mean? So if you know that, like, bro, like, I'm just saying, like, the longevity, it got to be up here. Because your talent always, your physical talent's always fade. That's why, man, Peyton Manning played, 20 years, 18, something like that? Tom Brady, they picked them, 6th round, all that, looking like shit on the draft table. But it's up here, bro. If you get it up here, you're going to last. But if you leaning on your physical gifts, sometimes like Lamar do, you ain't gonna last too long, man.
But my thing with Lamar, because I feel like he, out of all them dudes, he's the only one that doesn't get like a dog receiver. You know what I'm saying? So
what about Hollywood Brown, though?
Hollywood's not good.
Nah, Hollywood dropped way too many passes.
You don't think he's good, though?
He's not a number one option, though.
Okay, what about
look at this,
Mark Andrews? Mark Andrews
look at this.
The number one.
Well, that's a tight end. You need a wide receiver nowadays in the league. But just look at it. Look at it like this.
Double for both, depending on who they are, though.
I know, but look at this. Josh Allen was below 60% completion percentage up until he got Stephon Diggs and it jumped to 69. For me, like, that's no coincidence. That when you get somebody on that boundary, that it just opens up everything for you.
Big facts.
Yep.
That's why I'm waiting for him, because like, yeah, he has Mark Andrews be getting off. Like, statistically, he
got me
as good as numbers as everybody. But he needs somebody on that boundary to open up the field for him, in my opinion. And I think that will help his percentage go up some. Not like crazy, but it could definitely go up some with him.
And see, like that's why for my fantasy one, like on the fantasy like teams that get that listed earlier, I actually would pick Lamar Jackson because I don't think he had those weapons over the Patrick Mahomes one. Because again, like I said, the athlete tip. All right, cool. I'm gonna go to Lamar route, right? Like now, you can say Patrick Mahomes can throw the ball better. He has.
I mean, like Lamar over Patty.
Yeah, on the teams like that, like team A, team B, like Patrick Mahomes' team and then Lamar's team, on the fantasy football team that I gave. Yeah, I gotta go Lamar just because he has those weapons, and I always thought, well, if Lamar had the same weapons, if he had the same coaching, the same organization, we could be talking about Lamar and not Patrick in that GOAT discussion. Like, he's gonna be the next face. Like we very well could be, and he's limited right now. And we're still talking about him as like a top 10. I gotta go with that man personally. I've seen what Patrick can do. I'm just assuming Lamar is gonna do that. But since you shaking your head, right? I wasn't gonna do this one, but I guess we can sneak this one in.
What he about to do?
NFL. Oops, sorry, wrong thing. Thought it was. That's what you get when you try to do stuff on the fly. The NFL QB pay scale, right? How would y'all kind of list somebody, like list these people, right? So I know Patrick Mahomes, he got 45 mil, and I have a couple people listed up here on the screen. All right, we're just gonna do this. You all see it?
Yeah.
Bet. I'll put something over it eventually. But you got Patrick Mahomes, right?
Eddie.
Aaron Rodgers, Dak Prescott, Kyle. Like, who should be getting the Patrick Mahomes money? Like, and when I say this too, I'm not talking about. Don't think from a age factor. Think from a talent factor. Like, who deserves the 45, the 35, the 25, and like the 15
I got you right here,
contract?
bro. Josh Allen. I would say Justin Herbert now, especially because they gave him weapons. And I would say they shouldn't guarantee it because, like, he's a lukewarm quarterback with all the talent. But they finally surrounded him with talent. So I would say Josh Allen, Justin Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think. And we already got Petty.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of where I am, bro. Like,
A-Rod deserves that.
For 45.
A-Rod deserves that.
That's where I am for 45, bro. That's where I am for 45. And I got the
A-Rod, he
justification.
don't think you. That's wild. Dude.
Man, that's
MVP. That's tough.
That's back-to-back
tough.
MVP.
Nah, I
That's
can't
tough.
do it for Aaron Rodgers just because, like, at a certain point, like, so again, I go out on a limb for myself. Majors in economics. So what? Aaron Rodgers on the downside of his career. Why would I sit there unless?
But that's what I said. I said, don't take in age. Only factor in talent.
Still, though, your age is going to factor into your talent at a certain point. So Aaron Rodgers, 35 is what I give Aaron Rodgers. I'm sorry, like 35 is what I give Aaron Rodgers. Joe Burrow.
Right, so you got a. It sounds like Seabass now giving him a 45. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm a little more Oprah with my money.
Yeah,
I would say a lot more names.
We're gonna slide him with a 45, but we're gonna put Mark with the 35. That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah, bro. Like he on the
tough.
downslide. I gotta recoup my money.
So then, what do you give Dak Prescott? What would y'all give Dak Prescott?
I'm a Cowboys fan.
That's why we saving you for last.
I give him 30, bro. I gotta give him 30. Gotta give him 30. I mean, I love the pieces, man. I've been a fan of Dak Prescott since he was at Mississippi State, but we ain't really won shit. Like, so I give him 30, bro. I gotta give him 30. Can't even give him 35. I gotta give him 30.
I'm getting 25 from me.
He getting 30.
That's what I'm about to say, like, cause so I'm just saying, like, Mark, I just want to clarify. You giving him the same amount of money as Aaron Rodgers, someone that has won something, someone that got MVPs. You put him in that same category. I'm just letting you know what you're saying there.
So I already, I'm giving Dak Prescott 30. I'm giving Aaron Rodgers 35.
Oh, you said 30. Oh, I thought you. Oh, okay.
Nah, bro.
Okay.
I said Dak Prescott 30, bro. Like he ain't won. Like I want him to win. Like again, like Kyler Murray, bro. I gotta give like 25, man. Like that nigga ain't won shit with a stacked roster. 25.
Okay, Seabass, what would you give Kyler Murray and then go on next to the Lamar Jackson one?
I'll give him the same money as Dak. I'll give him the 25.
Hell no. You think Kyler Murray's better on the same level as Dak though?
100%.
Hell no. I mean, I would say athletically, yes, but reading the offense, hell no. Like Dak is reading.
Dak looked illiterate versus the 49ers. So,
man,
that boy looked illiterate. So I don't know about him.
I don't know. I was going through my own shit, so I ain't watching it. But you a Saints fan. Y'all wasn't even there though.
I'm weak. You're
right. Listen, this year, that was our rebuild year last year, you know. So
I know exactly
retool, not rebuild.
I was in the club. I saw y'all get smoked. Y'all literally paid that boy a glorified tight end. Y'all paid him QB money.
No. See, people get that confused. We basically did a contract where it would help us with cap space because now he gets. I
mean, I ain't mad. I wish I got it, man. I could throw an interception, and I can take the hits. I mean, like, bro, like all I need, look, just make sure my kid take care of my girl, man. Go ahead and sack me, man. I ain't even gonna get there. That's what he was doing, bro. Y'all had the boy. That nigga was just throwing it. Said, where he throwing it?
So Seabass, what do you have? So Seabass, how much are you trying to give Lamar then?
45. No question.
I'm giving Lamar 30.
Give Lamar
with a sliding scale. Get it back in the sliding scale.
We're not doing no sliding scales, bro. Like final numbers, call it a day. You gonna give him 30?
I'm just like okay,
like,
bet. Look, first off, let me say my thing.
I
would give it a slide if it was me giving a contract. It'll be a sliding scale based off like if I see that he can adjust. You know what I mean? Because he hadn't had to adjust. You know what I mean?
But you ain't give that. You ain't give that to Dak Prescott.
Man, look, I love Dak, but like Jerry Jones and like this, like it's a straight jacket.
So Jerry Jones got the fan base defeated, dog.
Bro, he got him over here wishing he passes away. Like that's tough.
I mean, like,
Maybe
I
you
don't.
need to be.
I wish I didn't say that on record, but like, well, maybe he wish I passed away. So I'm like, hey, I don't know, man, but like, I just think that things would get a lot brighter. Like, you know. But anyway, what I'm saying though is that Prescott, he excels in running the play, and if it breaks down, having one read or maybe two,
that
they're
don't.
usually short
But
reads.
that don't help out with Lamar Jackson's contracts. Like Lamar
What I'm
and
saying,
Dak
but you
Prescott is
asked me
not on
why
the
would I give
same.
it a different scale? Dak, like, he's a 1 and 2, like, close, whereas Lamar has the X factor. Not to mention he has the play callers that open up his X factor. If I have 4 long routes and 2 intermediate routes, you know, like, if Lamar makes one tackle or miss, he can just get ready to go get the first down. Because this is the way that the play was drawn up, where we're giving him still space.
I'm still not seeing why you give more favoritism to Dak over Lamar for this.
No, I said I was giving more favoritism to Lamar, bro, over Dak.
Oh, okay. Because when you say you get
Dak like pieces, bro, like I really do. I mean, I remember when
But see, like it sounds like you kind of give a contingency for Lamar, like, all right, well, if you do this, I'll give you this. But with Dak, you saying, all right, well, I know. But hold on. But with Lamar, but with Dak, you say, oh, well, it seems like, oh, I know you at this 25, but I'm gonna give you an extra 5 just because I like you.
No,
like, that's how it comes off.
Hell no. Like, I mean, the nigga don't pay my bills, so fuck being like. The extra 5 is because the sustained wins, bro. Like, we've been winning. Like, so I mean, I get it. Like, you've been showing. And he came back from a major injury, and we still winning. So okay, I get it. Like, you get the 30, cool. Lamar, you get the 35 because, like, bro, same like bro, you're winning in a kind of tougher conference.
Mm-hmm.
Like at least tougher division. My bad, tougher division with less weapons. Like, Lamar only kind of had Mark Andrews is surefire. Mm-hmm. Like, man, if I was big, well, I am big, but if I was tall, I want to be like Mark Andrews. That nigga's more safe than a goddamn condom. All you gotta do is look 5 out, man. That man hands is necessary.
Okay, so you're giving him 35, right?
Because he's making things happen in spite of management.
Yeah, no, I get you because the organization
where
came around is not. He's carrying the squad. I got you. Yeah, I got you. I'm kind of fluctuating on if I want to give him a 40 or a 45, just because I think he's at that. I think he's at that level
at the same time.
I hear you, but I think he's at that level, bro. It's just a matter of trying to figure out. I think he's there. I hesitate sometimes, so that's why I'm kind of fluctuating with the 40 or the 45. But that's just me personally. What would y'all give Joe Burrow? Like, would you slide him at the 35 or would he be a 25?
Me personally, I think he's the same level as Justin Herbert. So I'm giving him 45, bro. He's the future. You gotta invest in the future.
Okay. That's all. We're not talking age. We're talking strictly talent. Try to think of this like a tier. So if we got
strictly
Rodgers,
talent. All right, strictly talent.
Rodgers,
I'll do 35. I'll boost him down to 35.
Okay, I was gonna say I was looking at him at a 35 because I don't think like 25 is like I feel like 45.
That's
is
like,
too
low,
yeah. Like 45 to me is that elite. Like, you can be an MVP.
The other one, like 35, you're almost there.
Yeah.
And then 25s are like better than starter.
So, hey, bro, I'm about to drop off, man. My son woke up, so I gotta do that.
Okay.
But like,
well,
hey, man, it was having everybody. If I get back on the next show,
man. Mark, look, before you go, what do you give Joe Burrow? We have him at 35 right now.
That's right. I give him 35 too. I mean, the injury history, especially you tearing your ACL, bro. Like, He used to actually be able to move around a lot better than he is now. I mean, he's still making things happen, but like I said, injury history, you gotta give him like millions. You know what I mean? So I'm with y'all. 35. Let's see what he do with it. I think like he's gonna come back. I mean, because he has a strong arm.
Right.
I think he gonna show us up. But 35 is right. I'm right with y'all.
Okay. All right. Well, look, I was that was the end of it anyway. So I wanted to hit top 5, mainly. So we can always cover these guys another time, or maybe have an offline discussion, and then just that way do a little quicker. But yeah, I greatly appreciate y'all boys coming on the show. Do you have anything y'all want to say before we close off?
Saints 2023 Super Bowl champs. That's what I need to say.
He won't get it tatted though.
He won't get it tatted. He won't get it tatted. I promise you that. Mark, you got anything you want to say before we close off?
Yeah, appreciate being on, man. Love y'all boys, man. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay smooth. Y'all stay solid.
Yes, sir. Same to you, brother.
I appreciate both of y'all coming on the show. But that's the end of it. Hope y'all have a good one, and take care.
I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I got to go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here, kid.